It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you'd put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5,
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with him, guy next door, whose mic doesn't work, me, DK.
And me, Than, whose mic
bringing-
is working on a, like Steve-O's.
Bringing you your like good daily. Fuck, man, we should just hang on. We got it again. We're doing it again, kids.
We'll
Fuck
do
it,
it live.
We're doing it
The
live.
thing
We're doing
sucks.
it live. Hey, our shirts are matching.
Yep,
Hi.
completely unplanned.
Nice to see you guys. Apologies for the raspy voice. Whatever I got in Australia has decided to apply for citizenship within my lungs. It's fucked.
I mean, doesn't it know it doesn't have to do that? Like, it already has residency just by virtue of being Australian.
I know, right? It's silly. It's so silly.
Yeah, but they're so keen on keeping germs out of New Zealand that they ordinarily don't allow that form of immigration, which is why they're all weak and sickly all the time whenever they travel to tournaments, because your immune system hasn't been exposed to anything.
Yeah. We live on a tiny little island. Sorry, that was a complete accident. I don't know. I assume you just were watching the stream then?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm on my game today.
I mean, I thought that you were just trying to be, you know, a jerk and
No.
funny. And okay, so for the one time that you weren't actually trying to be funny, you were funnier than any other moment you've ever been.
That's right. That's how it works. Just can't turn it off, you know? Just can't turn it off. Apparently I'm struggling today. Didn't realize it. Apparently, I'm struggling. It's going
We
to be a fun
we
show.
got ill next door over here.
Yeah, it sucks. It's just living in my lungs, man. It just won't fuck off, and it's awful. But you know, it is what it is. We'll carry on. We'll soldier on. I was like lost. I was trying to click this button to make this little frame go away that only I can see, and in doing so, I clicked your asses that popped up in my face, and then subsequently anyone else's face. So huzzah! Yay for producing. Yeah. How you guys been? You had a good week?
I mean, you know, work continues to suck the smelliest of dicks, but you know, I've just kind of accepted that that's the reality of the thing, and as long as the pay keeps hitting my checking account every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
eh.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I was gonna say, speaking of work, had sort of I don't know, weirdly ironic sort of moment this last week. So I've probably told plenty of people the story at the Brisbane Nats. Like, I was up for a full-time job at one of the colleges where I teach this last spring, and that was what was potentially like interfering with me booking my travel to Brisbane and all that. Eventually, I just said fuck it and didn't really care whether I got it or not. But the bottom line was, I unfortunately did not get it. I was disappointed not to get it, but you know, I dealt with disappointment like an adult. You move on, you try to do other things. Like, I just tried to gear my mind toward look, I have more freedom in my schedule now. Sure, it was a lot more money, but who cares about that, right?
I do.
You have a certain quality of life. So I was fine with all that until this last week, of course. Like, the school year started up again, and they were introducing the person they did hire. It's not their fault. I'm sure they're a perfectly nice person, but I'm running down like their bio and all that. I'm like, they have like the exact same resume as me. How did they get hired? And I'm just like shit for brains over here, actually trying to like do stuff for the college. I'm like, well, fuck me, I guess. But then I look, so the person's name that they hired happens to be Rusty, and I was just like, oh, get fucked by Rusty once again. I just can't beat this guy. Doesn't matter how hard I try, what arena of life. I just can't get ahead of him, man.
Scumbag. Absolute scumbag. That's really funny.
And so unfortunate.
It at least took a little bit. It simultaneously stung more. It also took a little bit of the sting off, because I'm just like, that's kind of funny. I should tell that story.
That shit's powerful.
My pain should be entertainment for everyone else. That's really what this show is all about.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Definitely.
Oh, dude, I had said before, speaking of like stories to tell on stream. So I was taking a shit, right? And
like all good stories start.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like where this is going based on where it's starting, but okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, but I was scrolling Facebook. No, I wasn't. I was scrolling Instagram, and same shit. I enjoy Instagram Reels because, you know, it's the little dopamine hits that get you. But I had a advertisement pop up, and it was one of the most unhinged things I ever seen until I thought, oh, maybe there's practical applications for the Resupply podcast. The advertisement was for RGB lights within breast implants. And it was the most
What?
Yeah. And I can't tell if it was like a legitimate thing or like a piss take, but I think it was a legitimate thing. So basically, like the implants that have RGB lights in them, and you could like change the colors, obviously, because they're RGB. And I was like, I was
The
looking at it.
gamification of everything has gone too far.
Doesn't anybody just fuck anymore?
I know I like it, Disco. But
Hey,
so,
Gen 9,
fine,
get on it. Get on it.
So I was like, oh, that would be really amusing if you could hook them up to your stream.
Donating biddies and shooting titties. Here we go.
Yeah, So
now that would be total commitment to the bit at that point. Oh my fucking god.
And I was worried I was taking it a little bit too far, getting a laser force tattoo, which I still haven't gotten. But
I was gonna say,
worried.
you did what now? But yeah, they're an April Fool's joke. Oh, thank fuck for that. But that I was like, oh my god, this is unhinged.
I got to admit, I'm a little disappointed by that. I really wanted it to be real. I don't know why you had to ruin it too.
Well,
But
so I mean,
my day is shot now. You had brought up this amazing thing I didn't know existed, and I was all excited for it. And now just
My
shit all over it.
disappointment is immeasurable.
yeah. Well, I mean, that'd be RGB cups if you were going to measure them, right?
And it's like it's funny. This will only resonate with an American audience. Anytime I see like RGB cables and stuff like that, my head immediately transposes things. I want it to be Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Just talking about the notorious RBG.
Yeah, I'm sure she
So-
would endorse this product wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
What was feminism for if not to get Nope, not gonna go there.
It's a whole new take on like mood lighting, but yeah, it was. I was like, what the fuck?
we know how distracted Steve gets by lights. So.
Yeah, it was very eventful shit. So, did you see? I don't know if you saw the video that came along with that ad, but yeah, it's something. Anyway, should we talk about like some laser tag related stuff, shall we?
I don't know.
Sure, why not?
RGB titties is pretty
You just watched it
pretty
off?
entertaining.
Blimey.
Jeepers.
I mean, also valid.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
You know what? It would. You know those. You know those lights that like dimly light your hallway in case you need to get up in the middle of the night to take a piss? Problem solved.
And now Two is telling us to focus on the job at hand.
I would set them to police mode and chase down joggers. Sorry. Let's talk about Laser Force.
I don't know. RGB titties are like far more
RGB
interesting at this moment in time to me. Or maybe it's just titties are more interesting to me at this point in time. I mean, that's also bad.
Yeah, and congratulations. We've gone in the terrible direction that every internet podcast eventually goes in.
Titties, yeah, it's fair.
Just men being gross on the internet.
Yeah. Tham was being super sexist earlier before the show.
Oh, you can fuck right the fuck off. You can eat all the smelly dicks.
All right. Let's talk about lasers. So, as some of you know, we had the Laser Force Space Marines Internationals 2025 a couple weeks ago now.
It feels like way too long ago at this point. It feels like way too long ago.
It does. It feels like it was quite a while back now. It's only been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks since the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
me,
I haven't been back for 2 full weeks, and it still is like, oh man.
yeah.
That was forever ago.
For
I need to
me-
play some laser tag. I fucking hate this.
Yeah, dude, just someone in Sacramento open one up. Speaking of lights, paying for your cult membership. Membership validated for another month. Thank you very much, Dolly. Nice to see you. Hope you're well.
First of all, it's not a cult. It's basically a cult, as I believe how it was described.
One of my proudest moments. Yeah.
I mean, getting a bigger laugh than the opener did their entire set in that one line was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, to be fair, friendly audience for me. So it is what it is.
Sure.
Yeah. Fucking focus up, camera.
Nah.
What the fuck
It
was
is
it talking
focused. You're
about?
just sick.
I'm
We
so
were talking
lost.
about lasers and stories from lasers and like the stuff that we didn't cover last week because last week we just
Oh.
I mean granted last
Now, it
week we
seemed
got
like forever ago.
Yeah.
and
Well,
and last
so-
week we got my epic story of running through an airport as well as a whole bunch of stats. And so now this week we can cover, all the rest of the stories, which were
All
not
the
as
stuff in the
interesting.
middle. We
Yeah,
told
all
you
the
the
stuff
start
in
of the
the
story
middle.
and the end of the story, but
Yeah.
who cares about the middle? It's just details.
So
More like guidelines.
I got to play a little bit of disc golf this week with Stu before he went back to the States, which was very, very nice. I think he messaged this morning saying he's back stateside, which is cool.
Yeah, he messaged me like 3 hours ago saying like, I'm home, I'm real fucking tired, I'm going to bed. I'm like,
Yeah. I believe that
that's
was
fair.
the common sentiment for people coming back to
Yeah.
the States. Like, that was a rough trip for a lot of people.
Was it really? Like getting home?
Yeah, well, I mean, the worst I can say is I just was tired and wiped out from the trip. But like, Tucker and Fear Turkey, they got basically stuck at LAX for a whole extra day, and they were just like hanging out because their flights got all fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Cody, I know, also had a rough transit getting back, which got posted on the Discord saying that nothing could go right for him because his plane was just like taxiing at O'Hare for like 3.5 hours or something awful like that.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Bit of a rough go.
Unfortunately, like because Cody tried to get so cute with his itinerary to start with, the fact that the back end of his itinerary also got fucked up, I just feel like it's just travel karma. So, I have a harder time having sympathy for that because of how cute he tried to get at the start. And
I don't know. No one deserves to be sitting on a tarmac for almost 4 hours. I think it was. That's
just for
brutal.
that. I hope that you almost missed a flight and have to run across the entire airport to make up for your horrible bit of karma you just put out into the universe.
Again, you want me to do that again? Okay.
Yes, exactly. Because you didn't learn your lesson the first time.
That's right.
I fucking learned my lesson the first time. Go to hell.
So, one of the guys I play disc golf with, Dunks, he thoroughly enjoyed your story from last week about the running through the airport. He said he was engaged and very entertained by it. So, I mean, at least one person was super stoked on your on your misfortune.
I mean, if my story can entertain one person, then truly, I have done my job as a podcaster.
As a storyteller.
I don't know. I think you need to get that ratio up. I think it needs to be at least 5 people. Let's say 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm sure at least 5 people were actually.
Yeah, we're good. I'm just saying, like, don't sell yourself short and be like, oh, I just need to please one person. No. We need to pay for it a little bit more.
Yeah, you want? Actually, I'm not gonna make that joke. So, I got a message today from Leech saying, it was last night, and he said, I've literally gone from no laser tag to now we have zone on a Monday night, a members night in Wollongong on Tuesday, and they're wanting to do a laser ball night on the Wednesday. So he's living his best laser tag life at the moment.
Well, tell him to fuck himself from me.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That could. Yeah, you can throw that sentiment his way 2x. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty rad, and like what's wild about that is that sort of spawned from Zone's inclusion in Nats this year, which is really cool. Why do I sound like someone calling into a radio station? Does my mic sound shit?
No, it's your.
You
it's
sound
your
sick
voice.
to me.
Is it just that? I hope it's just that. That I can't do anything about.
Yeah, so thanks for bringing up things you can't change, Dolly. Jeez.
Thanks, Dolly. Appreciate the call. Next caller, you're on the air. Yeah, hitchhiker on my chest. Fucking hey. Yeah, so that's a really cool. One of the really cool outcomes from this tournament was that, and I hope that kind of evolves into something greater. I mean, with Wildcard's work on kind of unifying laser tag stats, competition stats, that's going to go a long way to doing that.
It is very cool to like see these things happen after so many years of, I mean, there being not necessarily even a friendly rivalry between systems, but like an actual genuine hatred for a variety of reasons, and like seeing it all just kind of become very kumbaya, as it were.
Yeah,
is not the worst thing. Like it's actually really fucking cool that everybody's like, you know what, we're all kind of the same class of nerd. We should probably not hate each other. Just throwing that out there.
I don't know if I think hate's maybe a little strong. It's not like we hated any like individuals. Me personally, I don't like the equipment, and I don't like the rule set. But I mean, that was the same thing, with various parts of the Laser Force system as well, depending on which site you're kind of playing with. Also, yep. Delta Ammo, sorry, the channel points haven't been fixed since forever. So, could you refund those points, please? That'd be awesome. But yeah, it's not a.
No, sometimes you get your nuke canceled. It just happens. You pulled a 7-second. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Thanks, dude. Yeah. I don't think anyone hated anyone. I think we just, I like the things I like, and I.
Okay. Maybe we didn't hate specific people, but we weren't fans of their life choices.
There was,
and now
Dan's gonna get canceled faster than Sydney Sweeney's jeans out here.
and now we have evolved as people and realized that laser tag is laser tag, and it's all good.
I was gonna say it was like it was a lot of like early 2000s message board shit talking that I feel like was mostly out there, but yeah, like in modern life, it doesn't really have that much of a place. Also because outside of Discord, like internet forums aren't really a thing anymore.
Oh, Saku, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
So, but yeah, regarding like other systems, I feel bad, but it's like the Mad Men meme for me, where it's just like, I feel sorry for you. I don't think about you at all. Like I just most of the time I don't think about other laser tag systems, so I'm just not that interested. But it is
yeah, exactly.
Cool, but anything that could like potentially get just more players coming in, because we do need to add new blood, and I assume that goes in the direction as well. So even if it's only a couple of zone people like come over, play some Laser Force tournaments, cool. If a few Force people, that doesn't have to be everybody, but some start migrating over to some zone tournaments and getting some crossover play there, also cool.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that be a good thing? Like even if it's not something that interests you, like it's good for just sort of the community as a whole.
100%.
So definitely don't knock that.
Sagi, thank you very much for the Prime sub. You're a bloody legend. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you. Thank you for the Bezos bucks. Appreciate it. Put them right in my back pocket.
And they're definitely going in Steve's back pocket and not the rest of ours. That's just how this channel works.
Well, he's got some LED titties to pay for, so he needs all the cash he can get.
I believe it's called RG boobs. I've actually, my microphone has started doing some kooky shit, so I'm gonna need to look at upgrading that shit soon.
I mean, you've had that microphone now
since we started. Since we started, almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my same brand of that just like crapped out randomly one day. So really? I don't know if that's just like something that they just like burn out sometimes. I don't know what happened.
LED titties all fun. Delta, if you I don't know if you're here for the start, but like I saw an ad for RGB breast implants, which apparently turned out to be a joke, but I thought was very, very fucked. But yeah, sorry, the stupid, inappropriate jokes at the top of my head.
Sometimes the intrusive thoughts win, and that's just like
a lot.
Yeah. No. So I bought this. I think I bought this in Sacramento in 2017.
Yeah,
you might have. Yeah.
No, you 100% did, because we literally went to Best Buy.
Yeah,
so you could get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember.
That's how you know how long ago it was. There was such a thing as Best Buy.
To be fair, there is still a thing as Best Buy.
Yeah.
But it's just they prefer you order online and use their stores to pick things up. Like that's how that business model is going now. That was real fucking boring, and I'm very, very sorry that everybody had to experience my brain deciding that was what it needed to vomit at that moment.
That's right. I got distracted by colored nips like contacts. Speaking of laser tag, so yes. we got to play this week. We had a members night this week, which was the first time we'd seen Sneak and his son return to play after Sneak's long stint on the sidelines with injury. But
that's right, yeah.
people turned out, and we got to play some Space Marines for Stu, because Stu came and played.
Nice.
They've made a change to the Auckland Maze whilst we were away.
Well, they do.
And so for anyone that knows, if you're standing in the Auckland Armory, once you enter the maze, if you immediately turn left, there's like an L-shaped bend kind of in the corner. So what they've done is they've claimed that corner as a viewing platform for the public, or it will be a viewing platform. Which, you know, it is what it is. It's they've put a large piece of perspex up with the kids turret thing that they have for Gen 8. Yeah, they've got that behind the glass, so the kids can stand behind there and, you know, shoot people in the green base. From a Space Marines perspective, it has taken away the main flush point out of Disco, which has made it a little bit harder.
I used that a lot when I was playing back in 23.
Yeah, so it's taken that away. So now, if you flush out that side, you have to traverse across the green floor into either C-band or, you know, on the ramp or the C-section. But probably one of the more interesting things and very like poignant things is the perspex is very reflective. You can see basically if you're standing in that area, like the Disco, like the entrance into Disco, you can see you can basically see everything that's on the other side of that diagonal wall, including the green base.
Oh no.
So yeah, you can actually stand there and like hit the green base off that reflection.
Oh, and man.
I'm not necessarily sure if it's a bad thing. We played. It's going to take a while to kind of relearn the new meta. And people were like, "Oh, maybe we have it so you don't shoot off the wall." And I'm like, "Nah, because it's a fair reflection. Like both parties. I think since the Jar Jar wall debacle, my thoughts on reflection shots have changed a little bit.
Yeah,
they're not
it's mostly the one-way reflection.
That's right. Those are an issue. Yeah. If both parties don't have equal opportunity to shoot off that reflection, then I don't think it's a fair shot. But if it's a mirror, you know, more or less, both parties can shoot off it. So, it'll be interesting to play with it for a while and see what it's kind of changed. I think from a public perspective, it could be kind of cool. I was saying to them, like, what would be better is if they had it raised. So, you know, people standing behind there would be raised off the floor.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah. One issue they had in a different part of the maze where the turret used to be was in public games, kids would see, like, little kids behind the perspex shooting at them from the turret, and they start smashing on the perspex. So if you raise it up, it hopefully stops that from happening a little bit.
Because in Brisbane, it's in that totally separate obs deck that you can't reach from anywhere else.
Yeah, so it's not really something that people in the maze will kind of pay attention to. The other thing was, like, I was like, well, if you're going to do that, what you then could do is perspex that entire wall and have that whole wall see through. So from a viewing perspective, it opens up the entire green floor that you can see as a viewer, you know, which would be really cool. Less cool from a playing perspective, but kind of cool from a public perspective. Because, you know, if what you're aiming for is you know, parents being able to see their kids play or whatever, then you kind of want to open that whole area up. But that becomes a little harder because now you're chopping down walls and shit. But
you want to see your kids play? Put on a suit, you cowards.
It would be cool. And then you know, you could even go as far as to have it so that the wall to your left, if you're looking into green base, the wall to your left, which is a wall that is going into Disco, if that's all perspex as well, which would completely change the meta of the maze for Space Marines.
100%. Yeah.
But would be a really cool thing for the public.
Yeah, I was gonna say if maybe you could compromise where you have that kind of back wall. If you take the left hand from the airlock, like keep that perspective, but where the bend in the L goes, if you could just like enclose that and make it a dead end, then you'd also have like another defensive kind of flush point that you could use for Space Marines, and it wouldn't really take away much of the perspective area because you'd still be able to see like into the green base area. You'd be able to see where the L ramp or the T ramp goes, all that kind of stuff. And so like, yeah, so that's what I would kind of hope the compromise would be, because that would actually make that a stronger flush point, because there would only be one way into it, and you could have a little bit more play in that area.
Yeah, there is, you know, like for how we play it, it has completely changed it. I only played one game on there last week from that side. I think I was the ammo, and we got absolutely wasted. So like it was a hard one to kind of like tell exactly, you know.
I just feel like it would be so much. It would be so easy for a team to send even just a scout down the long ramp, kind of into that hallway, and just be able to ping a whole bunch of shots into the entrance of Disco. I can only imagine like how annoying that would be to try to like defend that area. Like theoretically, sure, you have the same shot, so you might set your defense a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it's much more of a disadvantage for whichever team is in Disco, because you have to worry about a longer shot into just like the entrance of where you're standing. So as soon as you come out, you're just going to get like nailed.
Well, especially if it's so green team are usually the one to go down there to hold that area, and it means that if you have a scout, or if you have an attacking player sitting at the green side entrance into Disco, they can stand there and immediately have a reset off the green base from the reflection. Which is brutal, you know, like if they can stand there and keep whoever's watching that corner down, just bang, 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 bang. It's become much harder for green team, especially, to hold that area. So maybe doing something like, I don't know, you put a little enclosure around the base so that you have to be in front of it in order to get it, which I think is, you know, that's a good idea for us anyway. Maybe not for the public, but there's ways of doing it.
I mean,
that's actually one of the things I appreciate about the bases in Syracuse and Loveland is they are definitely harder to get from a distance. Like you basically do need to be almost right under them in order to get them. So it requires like full movement to get to a place.
Yeah, it's like our bases in Sacramento used to be, where you fully had to come up like underneath them and figure out where the lights had actually been moved to for that week. That was always a good time.
You know, when they actually bothered to move them, and then after a while they just stayed in the same spot because people got tired of moving them.
I mean, it was kind of in the early, and then, you know, like the early days of Auckland's maze, they were in these like boxes on the roof. Same thing. You had to be right underneath them to shoot
Detroit style bases.
Yeah, which I like. It's a better way of doing it, because it means that
forces movement.
Exactly right. And you can't just kind of be like, all right, I don't have to run all the way over there. Like in the red hallway, you can kind of stand in that hallway and just ping off the bases from there as well. So yeah, I don't know.
As much as it's an important strategic element of Space Marines and Laser Force, like I've actually never really been a fan of like the base reset just as like a general tactic. Like, okay, I was gonna say in cases where the neutral base is in an area that's gonna be relatively high traffic and it's easy to hit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it makes it a lot tougher, especially for one hits, like moving an area. Now, granted, you can sometimes keep a 3-hit down if you do that, but I don't know. I'm just like I'm much more of a fan of no. The bases should be a separate trip or something else that you need to deal with, not like a regular reset. But I guess if it's the same for everybody, it's okay. Like if you happen to just encounter somebody next to a base and it's like, oh, guess what? You're gonna get reset to shit now. Then I think that's fair game. That's actually kind of why I like the neutral in queues, because like you can hit it from a few different places, but you still have to get close enough to it that you're still having to move back and forth. You can't just like hold an area and just be like bink, 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 bink. Like that to me is like less fun.
So
It's
I
like,
think
well, that area is
that's-
so strong compared to everything else.
That is a good thing about Brisbane's bases, I think, is that they're not really, they don't come into play from a reset perspective. Not necessarily. I mean, you can
Not consistently.
but
Yeah,
not
it's like
consistently. Yeah,
occasionally it's like, ooh, guess what? This is going to be fun. So
Yeah.
that part I appreciate is like the awareness to be able to do that, but not just like, well, you have to camp this area because this is where the free reset is.
Yeah.
That's like why I'm glad you guys moved where Blue Base was in Auckland and it wasn't upstairs against the wall.
That's
because
right, yeah,
That's
'cause
just brutal.
yeah. It just makes upstairs like that much
Too strong.
Yeah,
Too strong.
I mean, in the early days, without the diagonal wall and with the neutral base upstairs, as a heavy, I can stand, watch all 3 ramps, and always have a reset available that's not off my own team. So, yeah, taking that stuff away is definitely a fairer thing to do. Speaking of, well, we'll keep you in the loop as to how the changes go. But it was definitely
Different.
It's definitely different, and I think maybe could be good. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'll talk to them about like ways that we can make the bases a little harder to get as well, and maybe that'll even shit up. But
Yeah, I feel like I genuinely feel like if suddenly you no longer have the base, if you can no longer hit the base off of that reflection, then that probably mitigates out like 70 to 80% of the effective value of it, which kind of brings it nicely in line. I mean, it's good job, Steve. It's
Oh,
still
this cat knocked something over.
fuck off. But it's still, yeah, that definitely does sound like the right compromise. Make it so you cannot hit that base off that reflection, and then everything else kind of evens out. Again, I mean, it kind of sucks that you lose a flush point, but then DK's thought about halfway downing it and having it be a one-way in dead end as a quick kick while you still keep the viewing area portion. It's not bad.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll play with it over a period of time. It was I think it's too early to kind of tell what effect it's going to have long term, but we'll keep you posted. As an aside, 2 things. One, happy birthday to our good friend Night Owl. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, brother.
Hey, nice.
Number 2.
Right, we're having birthday D&D for him this weekend.
Ooh,
Nice.
Ooh. Number 2, watching Essence, watching him play in our arena after spending a week tearing shit up in Brisbane. Ooh, he took the jump, which is great.
Yes.
Man, he was all over the show, like the way that he was moving through the arena looking for resets. Like it kind of honestly got me excited about playing again. Not that I don't like playing against other people, but like watching him play that way got me excited about like an opponent like that again, because I think maybe we get a little complacent, we get a little stuck in our rut, and watching somebody kind of breathe some fresh some excited fresh gameplay back into things. I was very excited to watch him play. So
well, that's the advantage of only playing tournaments twice a year, is it's all just high stress games all the time, so you don't ever get to get complacent.
Yeah. Got you excited about Nats 2026? No. My situation. I'm going to Japan, motherfucker. There's no space for me to come to Syracuse, unfortunately.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like right next door. I mean, you're already coming to the Northern Hemisphere. It's like
same. Yeah.
Watching somebody like those first couple of weeks back after Nats, and they do properly make that skill jump that you're like, oh, I think you're gonna do it. I think you're gonna do it because you're showing it, and then they do it, and it's like, oh yeah.
Even prior to the tournament, I was like, look, dude, obviously this is your first Nats. In my experience, every time I've come back from a Nats, well, at least in my earlier days, every time I would come back from Nats, I would get some sort of like XP boost and fucking just smoke everyone. It's so good.
It's
And,
a multiplier.
yeah.
It 100% is because, because, yeah, as always, you're getting those high pressure games that you don't always get
Yeah.
ever at a normal members. I mean, you get them sometimes at a normal members night, but not really.
Yeah.
It's a special once-a-year event where if you sign up, you get 5x skill points to spend however you want.
For the
Raid
next 2
Shadow
weeks.
Legends.
They haven't sponsored us yet. Give me that money.
We're like the only people on the internet I think they haven't sponsored. So
Smart. That's a good business choice.
for them, obviously, yeah.
So
They know
yeah,
I'd make fun of them on the ad read copies.
yeah. Be like, yeah. You guys saw our commercials during Nats. You know how serious we take this shit. At some point, we should put that. I don't know if I put that up anywhere. I don't know if I
I
made
don't think
that.
you have. You should.
Maybe we should post
You
that
should.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's gotta
Like-
go. Catalog.
I don't know, maybe our YouTube channel, that we have.
Oh
that
yeah, we got a YouTube
exists.
channel.
Yeah, we totally do.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Occasionally, like some loser on this channel makes videos that he pre-records and only uploads to YouTube. Doesn't even live stream them on Twitch.
Yeah, it's a shame we haven't
What a
monetized
fucking
that shit yet.
grandpa.
Actually, I don't think we can monetize that channel because we've got so many copyright notifications from Josh and the Jet Noise.
Those fucking guys.
Yes, fucking
Always ruining
guys.
our fun.
Yeah.
You should let me clear those because I can go in and say, no, I own that copyright, and then we could.
Oh, okay. The people don't watch our shit.
That's also true.
That is, yeah. So going back to the Brisbane maze, talking about bases and stuff, that is one feature of that maze I really like is the rotating bases.
I'm less keen on it as Steve learned that while we were there during the week.
Although-
Fucking green base trolling me every time.
Although it did provide one of the funniest moments for us during that week, but we'll get there.
Oh!
No, let's just say it now. It was literally one of the last games we played. We got forced out. It might have been the last game. We got forced out. We were on blue, forced out of back tower because BDRL rushed us to take back tower, which is the inverse of what a lot of teams were doing. But they were so tired of dealing with that fucking reflection shot in New Tower. They're like, we're going to take that away from them, and we're going to force them to play in New Tower.
Yeah.
So we actually did board flip pretty effectively for one of the few times in the week we actually did that. But they're rushing everybody else, so I just grabbed that. I'm like, we're going to New Tower because there's nobody over there.
Yeah.
But then about halfway through the game, the red base cycles over and it lights up just out of the corner of my and Than's eye, and we both realize that we can get it. And instantly we're both like, squirrel.
Yeah.
Like, let's get red base.
It was wild how in sync you were, and I'm gonna be honest, I think it was this game. I think it was the game that I took this photo.
Yeah, pretty sure. And it may not have been either too much before or after this moment because I know that we were on this side of the wall and we had board flipped. We're sitting, and just this instant simultaneous. Oh fucking wait! We're on the right side of the maze to get the red base from upstairs. Like we don't have to go downstairs, and it had rotated. So we could actually see it from there.
Dude, it was what was so impressive about it was that neither of you had to say to the other one, "Oh, the red base is there. Let's get the red base." It was literally, I couldn't believe it. Like you both were like, "Oh." Insane.
We made like a caveman. It was like,
yeah. It was wild, dude.
See flashing light, shoot flashing light.
Make more lights go boom.
Like, yeah, I like that as a base, as a maze feature, and I think there are some people that are less keen on it. I heard Leech's viewpoints on the bases many times throughout the week, and also pre-week.
At least bitch about it in a funny way, like I did, in the middle of the game.
Yeah, it was more.
Why is the base trolling me, Steve?
But I did get we spent a little bit of time pre-tournament trying to trying to figure out the calls on telling. I was like, okay, it's really important. We need someone to run through and tell me where the base is, what side it on. Didn't work. Like nobody used those calls throughout the week.
Nope.
And like I heard maybe a half dozen times, Steve, it's this side. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking head. This is infuriating, dude.
Yeah,
Tell
we all
me-
know the correct call is it's here.
yeah,
Duh.
yeah,
Not
come
this
to where
side.
my voice is, idiot.
Duh.
Yeah, dude, like that aggravates me. The ineffective calls drives me crazy. But yeah, I like it as a base feature. It would be cool to see something kind of similar. I think it's important it's on something like a turret rather than like spread across like a wall or whatever. It needs to kind of be a structure that it rotates around. But yes, you should absolutely do that, Beans. You should make a neutral rotating base in the
That would be
Syracuse maze.
awesome. That would be the best shit ever. 100%. I love that idea.
Frequent claims of where is he in a members night, dude, or like he's here. Or, you know, the one that really pisses me off in our arena is back wall. Back wall drives me crazy. We are in a square. Give me more than back wall. Ugh.
Well, plus it's not like your back wall is short.
Thank you.
Like no matter which one you're referring to, because technically at this point you've got 3 back walls.
Yeah.
because that short wall is like probably not, but yeah, you can make the argument the back wall is anywhere in the maze.
It's
Yeah.
anywhere you want to be, baby.
That's right. Yeah, back wall frustrates me. But yeah, these call outs that we worked on, I think we talked about north, east, south, and west as the calls, with north being the opposite side of where the armory is. And in my
But
mind,
you
I
already
was-
confused me too much.
well, we had a map open. We were like, this is north, east, south, west. But then, yeah, that changed to, well, then there's like Helm side, and I was like, well, but then that's confusing depending on, but it's not really. That's probably the better way to do it. Is you have
I like how you just talked yourself into it after.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's called a response here. Where is here? Dude, oh my god.
Marco,
Yeah. It's like, bro, I can barely hear you. This is an echoey building. Here
It
is
is an echoey
bullshit.
building.
Yeah. What other things do we like or dislike about the Brisbane Arena, boys?
Well, should we just talk more about the reflections now, since we're just
Absolutely.
talking about it for a while in Auckland, and we named the goddamn episode that.
Yeah. So to reiterate, reflection shots in Laser Force are a thing, and it is what it is. You're going to get reflection shots. But I think there are good reflection shots and bad reflection shots.
a bad reflection shot is anytime I get shot.
Yeah, me too. But I think if you have an equal opportunity reflection shot, like a mirror, fair game. Unless those mirrors are like this big in a Chula Vista maze, in which case they can go fuck themselves. But the one off the roof gave you way too many medikits into New Tower. Yeah, exactly right.
Which is exactly the one that we're about to bitch about. Because
Well,
fuck-
it's okay.
fuck
So that should be the
fuck
criteria: is that
reflection shot.
one, the reflection should be visible, like a mirror, like you talked about, so
Yeah.
it can actually be seen by all players. Because it's just better, especially for visiting players, like having to learn which walls are reflective and which ones aren't. Like that is a whole extra element that makes your field a lot more difficult. It increases the home field advantage like significantly.
Yeah,
And two, it needs to be a two-way reflection so that both parties have an opportunity to get the same shot,
yeah.
like from opposite angles. And that, yeah, I feel like is definitely not true for the ceiling shot going into New Tower, because A, it's not visible. Like half the time people didn't know where they were being shot from.
Yeah,
And B, because of the way the IR cones, like you can pretty much only shoot into the New Tower to get it. You don't really
Yeah.
have a fair opportunity to shoot back. So it's like there aren't as many legal ways to defend yourself from New Tower, which
yeah.
on the one hand, it's like, okay, fine, you have to adjust your strategy a little bit. Like that was partly what I did in the last game we played against US East. Was I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna defend Fan from Vortex because they just keep filing up and down that hallway. I'm just gonna shoot them and shit.
Yeah.
But like it's just to me, I don't like what I think the sort of the style of game that creates, because like I'm going to be 100% honest here. It's not just that it's annoying. Like I actually think that what I would call gimmick shots like that promote a sort of degenerate play. Like in some ways they give lower seeded teams more opportunities to get some cheeky shots. So maybe they get a couple of meta kits or whatever, but they don't actually improve their chances of winning. Like the better teams, Brisboom, BDRL, like they weren't using that shot that much. Like, okay, Twins talking about, yes, got probably more meta kits than you otherwise would have. But it's not like they were dedicating a person. It's not like they were dedicating a person just to looking for that reflection shot.
Yeah.
And there were several teams that were basically sending like a scout or somebody just to go look for that shot most of the game. And like that doesn't actually help your team that much. It provides a little bit of occasional pressure on the enemy resupply. So I don't think that actually is good for anybody. And it promotes more a sense of, well, you just need to know the right places to stand. Not you need to understand the kind of tactics of the game, resource management and positioning and playing together as a unit. It's okay, well, you go fuck off and do your own thing and look for this one specific shot in this one specific place. Like I'm not really a fan of that. I don't think it promotes better gameplay.
Yeah, if you're going to reflect me in the entire off of the perspex from the from the ops area, fine, cool, because I can use that back out. That's basically a 50-50 shot. I think it's a little more effective shooting in to out just because of the relative distances that you are typically when you're taking that shot versus receiving it, depending on where people are coming in the ramp. But it is take it exactly. But it is usable as a medic if you're in that corner looking back at it. Like you can use it. I would say that one's like a 60-40 shot, in to out in. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But yeah, getting reflected off of the goddamn ceiling when there is a 0% chance of being able to reflect back because of where the person is standing, either on the red ramp or on the red floor, like that reverse reflection does not. It just does not, like, it's not a thing. So
I was just looking at some of the stats because, I mean, to be fair, like the person that I saw doing it most was El Diablo, obviously on your team, and I noticed I was reffing in the airlocks, and I kind of was moving backwards and forwards through the airlocks, as you do as a good ref. But one of the games, I was reffing one of your games and saw El Diablo run through and onto the red floor, and followed him, and then that was the first time that I'd actually seen it in practice, and he was kind of just standing there doing this for a good 3 or 4 minutes, and he was getting medikits, but like I just had a look through the medikit leaderboard, and he didn't get as many as I thought he would, standing in that position, which tells me a couple things, because I was like, well, if you're standing there getting medikits like that, you're getting cheap medikits, and that can be good, I guess, for your team, but if you're not getting that many, you're real ineffective down there.
Medikits happen when you break the other team and you flush them into the open. Just getting a random one here or there, like, that doesn't change the scope of the game that much.
I mean, if you're getting if it's paying off and you're getting one hit, because maybe you're hitting the ammo instead of the medic or whatever, although you get the ding, so it'll tell you. But I don't know, it was like surprisingly a lot less than I thought it was going to be. I think it was like quite a ways down. And if that's your main strategy, like, it kind of puts a lot more pressure on the rest of your team to kind of pick up the slack if you're not getting those. But also, I don't think it improves your skills as a laser tag / Space Marines player.
Well,
I don't
basically,
think so.
what it does is you end up basically playing 5-on-6.
Yeah.
Because now you've got one person who isn't helping hold space in the upstairs for a variety of reasons,
Which is
like
massively
yeah,
important
well,
in Brisbane.
yeah, and
Brisbane
it's
is
like
all field control.
Yeah.
It's the most
And-
field control arena of any arena that exists.
Yeah.
and like one of our games against you guys, Steve, like Ben hit me like 4 times off that shot while being on the red ramp, cheeky little fucker. But it was like, and yeah, it was super fucking annoying for a variety of reasons. But because he was on the red ramp and not somewhere else where he could have maybe been, taking picks out of Saya and Calkins as they were trying to attack or things like that, like we were able to get on top and run you guys over basically because we had better overall control of the field.
Yeah.
So yeah, just now I think the other thing that actually exacerbated that particular shot for this tournament was the fact that the airlocks got opened as opposed to them being closed, because since they were opened, it was like, oh, so you do actually have a route to get there where you're not really going to necessarily be seen immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas if you want to try to be, try to use that shot in the normal course of things when the airlocks are closed, like you've got to come like across the red floor, which people are probably going to see you. So you're not probably going to try to do this cheeky bullshit because the odds of you getting there unseen are fairly minimal. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's
but
a lot
also
more minimal.
closing the airlocks makes that feel a lot worse.
Yeah.
Oh
way
yeah.
worse.
No, I'm like having the airlocks open was 100% the correct call. Like
Correct.
that was definitely a thing that made the games a lot more interesting, because you did have more routes in and out of places.
Yeah.
But as an unintended consequence of opening the airlocks, more people were trying that shot than would otherwise have been a thing. Like,
Well, it happened, I think, like once, a couple of people were doing it on the regular at 4. So I don't know if Know-It-All was doing that shot earlier in the week, like potentially as much as they were later in the week. I don't know. It's hard for me to know because I'm the one getting shot from the other team.
Yeah.
But so I'd pose this question to you, like the crappiness of the shot aside,
right?
Specifically the one off the roof. There's a couple of other ones off the window is annoying, but is legit because you have equal opportunity to shoot each other.
At least you can see it.
Yeah,
and you can see it if you look.
There is a shot off the obs deck wall, like the main outer wall of the building, that's also a reflection shot that I don't think you have equal opportunity for, and I don't like that shot either.
That one. I don't like that one either.
But if you guys talking specifically about the roof shot into the resupply, do you think that it's because it's detrimental to the attacking team potentially? Do you think it's one of those things? It's like, well, if you choose to do that shot, you're going to get some medikits, but you're probably putting your own team under pressure because you've not taken up space upstairs. Do you think that it's a shot that should be outlawed, or that you're like, well, if you want to take it, I guess, but it fucks your own team over. So, what do you guys think on that?
I don't know if it should be outlawed. I just want it to go away. I just think it's stupid.
Yeah, those are two very different things. From a perspective of it's super fucking annoying.
Well,
I would like it to go away.
From the point of view of like all three of us played Resupply that week, so we were affected.
Disproportionately.
Yeah.
Honestly, the one that feels even more brutal from that, and this one I did see, like Brisboom, Rusty in particular, use quite a bit, was that cubby where the Death Stairs used to be.
Yeah.
Like, he's tall enough that he's able to jump up over that wall and bounce shots like off of the missile or off of the wall into New Tower. So basically, if you didn't backtrack all the way to the archway, if you let Rusty get in there, he was going to annihilate your team anyway.
Yeah.
Like that, and like the one off the missile is super annoying as well. It's like having that cubby there is like almost more annoying than having the death stairs. Because the other thing about the death stairs too is that if people were trying that reflex shot off the roof, it's very easy to just come around and just shoot straight down the ramp and get them. Like that was fine. People snuck up the red ramp sometimes, but it was equal opportunity. You could go up, you could go down. Both teams could kind of use that. It was just an area you had to be aware of.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different. So just that whole there's a lot of reflex that are over there that I'm just not as big of a fan of because like. I really, prior to this tournament, I considered Brisbane to be like an S tier arena. It was sort of, I almost thought of like the gold standard for what I like about arenas.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, after this year, like with the changes, like having closed off most of the mini golf stuff, with that just reflect being much more prominent in the gameplay, like I'd like downgraded to like a B or C. Or I just didn't like playing it as much as previously. Like it's not a bad arena. I'm not saying like oh the arena sucks now, but I don't know. I liked it better before, I guess.
I have definitely I definitely liked it better in previous incarnations. And I mean I've been playing in that maze in various ways, shapes, and forms since 2000. Like I've got 25 years of games in that maze spread out over a bunch of different visits, and while it's always been an idiosyncratic maze, like it was always definitely a maze that you had to learn. Like it was not always the easiest maze to learn. But there was a certain amount of, I don't know, I feel like kind of mid 2000s is when it was my favorite. So early to mid 2000s, because it was then in its kind of more straightforward form. Now were some of the changes as far as like adding Blue Tower and New Tower like cool as far as giving more space to play in and more valid spaces to play in? Absolutely. Like
I can't imagine it without Vortex and the Blue Tower. It's so weird to me.
It was like more straightforward. There was more play on the red and green towers and also back tower.
It'd have to be.
Yeah.
It was. I mean.
Back tower became that was the spot. Back tower was where both teams would start in the airlocks and just bolt up those ramps and try and beat each other up. Or
red would go into this little cubby that was by the old red ramp because that maze used to be like red and green sides used to be mirrored.
Yeah.
So it was the same. It was basically the same ramp structure going up.
Post Blue Tower, pre Vortex was your favorite era. Having resets pick at each other across the field was fun. I liked. Let me pose this question to you. Do you think the maze is better or worse without the death stairs?
Ooh.
I actually think worse.
Same. I think as bad of an idea as having stairs in a laser tag arena is.
And it's a terrible idea, let's be very clear.
It is worse without them in its current configuration. Without having... With having the IR seemingly turned up to 1 billion, without
that might fix most of the problems. Honestly, you just turn down the damn IR.
Without having access to underneath the helm, I think like it wasn't like a well used, it wasn't a majorly used area, but it was definitely important to have like access underneath the helm.
It promoted much more motion.
Yeah. And it meant that you could actually play downstairs a little more than you can now. Having the airlocks without the, I really liked the removal of the submarine doors in the prison.
Sure,
that's
100%. 100%.
That's great. No complaints about that.
I don't know about removing that wall. the front prison wall. But I mean,
I understand
like it.
why it was done,
I don't
but
think
yeah, I
don't
don't.
think it was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not terrible, but I think I would have preferred still having it. But I do 100% understand why they did it.
I like it not being there and widening that area. So, because, we talked about it at the start of the game as a safety issue. Basically,
Yep.
that whole area is a speed trap. So, if you can widen that area, I think that's a good change. What other things? The having the airlocks open again was amazing, but having the steps in there was bad.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
So I mean, the idea would be to reopen the airlocks, but remove the little steps. I mean, the steps were in there as I don't know why they were in there. I think they were left over from the.
They're left over.
Yeah.
The other thing the one change that I would like, and again, this may just be because I'm old, and I'm quite willing to wear that. That fucking shot from blue ramp into back tower, no, that shot should not exist. There should be a piece of plywood that covers that.
You talking about from that whole corridor shot?
From blue ramp into back tower.
Or when you're.
Oh yeah. From the ramp.
That shot. Yeah, that shot.
The reason I don't like it is because of the grading, because it makes it very difficult to see, and it makes the legality of some shots a little problematic because it's difficult to see. It's like, well, is the grading covering that? Is that part of the ceiling? What's going on there?
I don't
So it's like
mind
it's a visibility. Like if that grading weren't there, I wouldn't mind it as much. But yeah, otherwise, I agree with that. I would just raise up the wall a little bit there, take the shot away.
I like that as a way of making people accountable for their positioning in the maze. So as a medic, I was getting fucking real frustrated with my team because constantly saying stay low because they're on that ramp, they're on blue ramp, somebody deal with them on blue ramp, or everyone stay low. And sure enough, every time my team would come back to get resupply, they're standing up, they get pinged from the ramp. I'm like, and then they get angry with the shot, and I'm like, no, it's there every game. Do something about it. So I like that. It makes people have to be a little bit more aware of themselves.
It's not nearly as annoying to me, but I'm just like I would like it better without the grate being there.
Yeah, and what it does is, so there are instances where people they're looking up and then their gun comes up like this, and that's when it becomes an issue, is if all you're seeing is gun through that grate. That's less good, but I don't mind that as a shot. That's one of those maze quirk things that you're like, okay, well, if once you learn by repetition,
getting shot a lot,
yeah, then you can deal with it. So I'm all right with that one, because it's on par with some of those shots out of the prison, up into the back tower for me anyway, because there's so many little, half open bits of plywood and stuff that you're not really seeing a whole lot shooting out of there.
Scraps got me on a couple of cheeky ones through there. I was like,
Skillbag. The airlocks open was a temporary Nats thing only. Yeah, so the steps retained because it wouldn't have been there to. Yeah, for sure. We understand that. We're just talking in
a perfect world.
In a perfect world. Yeah.
We're having our bitch fest. Just let us talk. We're here to tear down your arena from several thousand miles away, like very brave people.
Yeah. I mean, we get to because we were there.
Exactly.
That's also true. And all three of us were there, so all three of us get to have this conversation. It's great.
Yeah.
As far as other just kind of fun, cool moments, lasers wise for in the week. I don't know. I mean, I've got a personal moment around putting Scraps down as a 3-hit when he came in to try to attack, and using Josiah as the reset to put him down, and just watching Scraps' ego crumble when I did it.
I watched it again on the replay too, and Scraps is getting ready to be all mad at Josiah for tracking him in, and Josiah's like, I'm not targeting you, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
because I was like, I saw him start to get ready as well, and then like, and Josiah's just like, yep, he's got his like gun down like behind his back, like he's like there is no possible way I'm targeting, but he's like, I'm full on lives, use me. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is cool, I can do that, and just watching Scraps go from I got him to
I don't got him.
I don't got him. Just watching the ego crumble in that moment was fun. It was the equivalent for me this year of putting Saya and Luke down as 3 hits last year and watching them both go, oh, god damn it, and then having to bolt. But I don't know, like this year felt like for me at least, most of the like fun, amusing stories were not in Maze. Like it was like the fucking comedy show on Wednesday. Like that was fucking gold.
Yeah, we as some of you know, we got to attend a comedy show on the Wednesday. We were punishing our friend Tim, aka Frosthammer, aka Tim from Empire.
Tim from Umpire?
We were punishing him for losing our Fantasy Critic League last year, and I gotta say, he absolutely killed it on stage. He was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was
not just because we had a few drinks. He actually was funny.
Yeah.
He was shitting bricks beforehand. Like I remember talking to him like before the show started, and he's vibrating with nervousness. He's just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, glad it's not me.
Yeah.
Now the other thing, like I didn't like so first off, I didn't realize at first that this was not like an open mic. I didn't realize it was an actual fucking show.
Yeah,
that's what it was gonna be.
And then secondarily, once I realized it was an actual fucking show, the fact that you motherfuckers put him on right before the headliner was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
So mean. Mean. He could have bombed so bad. It would have been so awkward.
I don't know if that was an us call or if that was a like showrunner call. I think it was the show that did that to him.
It had to have been.
Now,
once they heard that he was doing this as a punishment, they were ready. They were all in for maximum pain.
Oh yeah, I mean it does help that we know the owner of the club reasonably well. And he was really excellent. It was both awesome to watch as a friend and as someone who thinks he's kind of funny. Like really pissed me off how good he did. Because we've got our little crew.
He's different funny than you.
Oh, he's hilarious. My ego was like, I'm the funny guy in our group. I'm the funny guy in the Broforce. That's me. No one out funnies me. He was way funnier than I was. But he killed it, and we were actually really stoked about it. I can't remember if we've uploaded that footage anywhere for anyone that missed that show.
I know it's on his. I know he streamed it, so I know it was on his. I know it was on his Twitch.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's been like either fully clipped out or downloaded to be saved. So that's actually probably something that we like legitimately need to make sure happens, because I would fucking hate if his set got lost to the sands of time.
Oh, no, I have it. I've got it recorded. I recorded it
you
myself.
Do?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet ass. Okay, then in that case, we should get his permission and then put it onto our YouTube channel.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Tim put it on Facebook. Maybe we do that. Maybe I should post it somewhere on the Discord as well, just so people can watch it. But
100%.
I took this photo while we were there, and I can't remember if that was before or after his set. I think it might have been before.
I think it was before. He still looks pretty nervous.
Yeah, no, it's before. It's definitely before. It's 100% before because I wasn't wearing the jacket after the show. So
yeah, I got a little warm after a couple of drinks. So.
Yeah.
It did.
Now it was really helpful, I think, and thank you to everyone who came to make the show relatively home team friendly.
There
was a lot of us there. I think there must have been 30 of us
30 or
Maybe
40,
more?
like
Probably.
30 or 40. Like it was almost everyone really. Like it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, cool. But then also like I think so obviously like as much as we're like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if Frosty bombed? Like none of us wanted to see him bomb.
Nah,
Like none of us genuinely wanted to see that happen.
no.
Would we have like made hay on it? Absolutely. But none of us really wanted to see it happen.
It's like going to a NASCAR race. You don't want there to be a crash.
But if it happens, you're gonna make hay on it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the thing that was actually like genuinely just amazing was that crowd. Okay, it was like between like 30 and 40% us, but it was not just us. And he had everybody that wasn't us also. Like
Yeah.
people that were not there to see him.
Except for the
Like,
people in the real cult. They weren't happy.
well,
They
no,
left.
they had left by then, so that was an
Idiots.
on-event event. But yeah, like watching him get reactions from people that weren't us, and like seeing the room like basically just be with him for his whole 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so fucking great.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was definitely a highlight of the week for me.
Yeah. It might be up there with like this Nats for me had a little bit of a damner because somebody gave me some sort of illness, which apparently I collect them like I collect merch. But but
It's just lurking around and all those objects behind you.
yeah, just yuck.
Like Scarlet Fever, we're gonna have to burn all your stuff. No.
But yeah, I was at the show in a mask, which makes it uncomfortable. Wearing a mask sucks, but and it was precautionary. I didn't want to get anyone else like sick or whatever.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. But it kind of put a dampener on like all of the extracurricular things for me that week. But that was probably up there. The Ash Ketchum of illnesses. Yeah, it was up there with one of like the coolest. I think one of the coolest things I've done at a Nat so far, because it was so many of us there. Like looking around the room was kind of like shaped like we were kind of horseshoed, I guess. It's like a cone or whatever. And I don't know. I'm trying to.
You're struggling. We get it. It's okay.
Do you shape, bro?
But like watching, like I at one point I looked better than watching Al beat Spoon. Dude, that's up there. We might have to do like a top 5 or top 10 Nats memories that isn't laser tag related, because that was a really good one too. But I had a look around the room and I scanned the room, and we kind of took up basically the outer rim, or the outer rim of the
100%.
audience, and it was so cool to see that many of us in a place like socializing. The only thing that made it a little difficult was not being able to get up and kind of move around tables and stuff, which is something I really enjoy doing.
That's why I sat in the corner.
Yeah, you're surveying your kingdom. But yeah, there was a lot of us, and it made the show that much better, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
That and then seeing these 4 walls on Friday, also super up there as a Nats memory.
Yeah.
Or the casino, if you went to do that. But whatever your extracurricular activity was after the awards dinner, there was definitely like some good like hangout.
What'd you do
that night? I went to the casino with the East Coast guys. Like I didn't gamble at all, but mostly we went and all got more food because we weren't happy with how much we ate.
Holy shit, dude.
back at the awards dinner.
Did we talk about that last week? I can't remember if we did.
No, we alluded to it with the title of the show, but we never actually got there.
I love you, Taipan. I appreciate the things that you try and do for this community.
But give us more food, goddammit.
Oh my god, dude. You are banned from organizing any more awards dinners, because 2 strikes, you do not get a 3rd strike, as everyone knows.
Pull us once. Okay. Pull us twice. Shame on us.
fool me can't get fooled again.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I fucked it up. I know.
Look. Benefit.
Hey, you did the
benefits.
Bushism perfectly.
I wanna shout out the positives. The food was tasty. Was good,
100%.
tasty food.
Yeah. No, like we talked about this. Like if it had been like that amount of food for like every 4 people,
Yep.
it would have been like a perfect amount. But it was more for like 6 to 8 people, and it was like people just didn't get quite enough. Like if I'd been able to enjoy all those dishes and I had like a proper serving of all of them, yeah, $55 Australian. That's fine. If I were ordering tapas for like a small table, but it would be for a small table. There was like it was too many mouths, not enough plates.
Or alternatively, if I pay $55, I want the steak, the whole steak, some chips and a salad. Like if that
like the
steak,
Norman.
Like what?
Like at the Norman.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. What you got?
Like I paid less than that for like a plate of ribs, chips, and salad at the Norman, and that was really good. Now, granted, the steak, the 3 pieces, the 3 strips that I tried, yum. But yeah, I need more from there, and I think like you got to know your audience. Like it was cool for some of us, but that's not a meal that kind of covers the vast range of different people that we have that come in that. So
that's the nice way of saying the picky ass eaters in our community.
But no, not just that. Like I like bougie things, but like not everyone likes bougie things or can afford to have bougie things. Like, and I think that's an important thing to kind of remember when you're organizing this kind of stuff. And we kind of went from the antithesis of bougie with the barbecue in 18 to way overcorrected. The pendulum swung the other way. So whilst we appreciate the effort, was
your band.
It was not a good experience, I think, for most of the people that went.
Here's the thing. Like I'll throw this out as an alternative here. Like ordinarily, and I think this might have been part of the other source of people's frustration, was that ordinarily at least some portion of the tournament entry fee like goes to booking the awards dinner and all that kind of stuff. So there's a little bit that's involved. So I'm not saying that that should have come out of the 200 that we paid, but had everybody had paid 250 and that was included, like it should work out to the same thing. But somehow I feel like people wouldn't have been as upset about like the amount of food they got if it was like, well, but it also was rolled into the tournament fee.
Maybe.
So,
yeah, I think it'd still get some people who were like why I'd expected more. I don't know. It was frustrating, and I can't remember if I talked about it. I had an alternative. Personally, I would have preferred the alternative, but that's me. But it is what
still
it is.
milk at this point.
Yeah, exactly right. And like the thing that was really cool is it was an area where we got to socialize with each other. And that's one of the most important things with an awards dinner is being able to easily-ish move between tables and socialize and have that last, because in some cases a lot of people leave the next day. They fly home the next day. So that's kind of the last shindig, I guess, the last hurrah or the last opportunity you get to really connect with a lot of these people. So it
would have been nice if the Melbourne guys were there and I could have hung out with them a little bit more. But I know that if I'd gone to the show, I was able to hang out with them more. Yeah. But other than that, like I feel like I did get a good chance to converse with a lot of people in the community, even people that I hadn't talked to as much during the week. Yeah. Both there, and it was awesome that we had, I think, pretty much everybody at the caravan park, unless people who were staying with family, like Orange and Baden. Yeah. But other than that, like pretty much all the out-of-towners, I feel like were all at the caravan park, and that was like super cool because it let me play Fireball Santa Claus on Monday night and visit all the cabins.
That was fucking great. Like so. I mean, so and then obviously like I get to play Disappointed Band with DK playing Fireball Santa Claus, which is just a great 2-man act.
He's so straight.
Yeah. We're gonna move on from that. But having
you get
DK...
drunk on podcast one time. No.
Yeah, could be not. Being able to introduce the Zone guys to Fireball DK, that was awesome. Like that was legitimately fun as far as that goes. And to be fair to the Zone guys, like again, I know we keep mentioning this, but they were such good sports about everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, here's this, here you're gonna get the real Nats experience because here comes Fireball DK.
I came there to share booze. I wasn't just some drunk asshole just showing up to cause
Hey, what
havoc.
you guys doing?
No. I mean, to be fair, in that Venn diagram, there's some overlap, but that's okay.
Obviously. Yeah, I was an annoying drunk and I shared alcohol.
Correct. 100%.
You're only a dick if you only do the first one.
I would implore anyone who's organizing a Nats or wants to organize a Nats, do the research now and find if there's any spaces that work for that kind of thing for your accommodation for your tournament, because it's so much better if you can cram everyone into the same place, assuming that the place is nice. Like and the Brisbane Gateway resort is pretty nice.
If anything, like that was even more of a highlight than it's been in previous years, because the area around it has also like developed a lot more. When we walked down to that set of corner shops, there was way more. Like we had like 6 different restaurants we could go to if we wanted to. Like, I mean, they weren't all winners, but you could get something that was good, that was decent, and you go get a cup of coffee in the morning and a pie, whatever you wanted, and like it wasn't that far. It was great.
I reckon they should put a shortcut into like up to the bus depot from like the back end of the park. I think that would make things a little easier.
Pretty sure they're like that. Pretty sure that was a route that you used to be able to walk at one point. And now it's just not a thing.
You 100% did, because I remember that's how we used to walk down to that set of corner shops.
That's
because where the pie place that we went to that used to be a coffee bar, because I'm like, I know this exact setup that we had before. That was where Al and I went to get coffee in 2018.
That fish and chip shop's gone though, right? There was a fish and chip shop on.
No, it's there.
Is it? Oh man.
Well, it's there is one there. I don't know if it's the same one.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Nice.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
But yeah, that's always such an important thing for, and I harp on about it all the time. But like, it's so important, I think, for
it's worth harping on.
Yeah, for the entire Nats experience. It's shit. What, that fish and chip shop? I mean, fish and chips in Australia is fucking bullshit, but whatever.
Listen, it was tasty enough for those of us that don't get fish and chips on a regular basis.
Reviews were mixed. There were definitely people who liked it. Some who liked it better than others. But to me, that tells me that it's like, it was an average fish and chips place. Yeah. Like, it was fine. If I was in the mood for fish and chips, it got the job done.
I made sure Disco Stu got himself a good New Zealand pie while he was here.
Nice.
Yeah. We also went up the Sky Tower, which was really cool.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys did that on your trip. Do you guys go up the Sky Tower?
Not the Auckland one, no.
No, okay.
No, we went to the Sky Tower at the casino in Brisbane. So we got up there.
That's pretty
nice.
Cool.
What was I gonna say before that?
No idea. What were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Dead air. Okay. Well then.
It's gone.
But yeah, but okay. So post awards dinner. Yeah, the fact is like, okay, yeah, some people go to the casino, some people go to These Four Walls concert. Like the fact that These Four Walls concert basically existed, because of the show.
Wait, hold on.
Because the tournament was great.
Thank you for the follow, my pussy and my crack. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. That's an outstanding Twitch username. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
you know what? That was worth being cut off for. So we good.
Named after all the parts I hurt when I was playing Master Force the last tournament.
You know what I love is that it's now like featured down the bottom, so like it will periodically cycle up with my pussy. Thank you, my pussy. Appreciate you. Sorry, Dan, what were you saying?
I was just saying that like the fact that These Four Wall shows basically ended up existing because of the tournament being scheduled when it was, and being like, hey, maybe I could throw money at them to play a show, and then they went, well, let's just book a show. And suddenly a show and a tour, which is like, oh, that's even better. But
get in the studio.
And studio time. Okay, cool. I like that we helped that process be a thing. Cool. But as someone who like really enjoys their music and has known Gray and Gibbo as internet people for the last like 4 or 5 years, being able to like actually meet them and watch them play, and then also being able to meet Steph and V as well
Yeah.
was really cool. It was just like oh, so I get to see a band that I really enjoy that I never thought I was going to have a chance to see play live, and then they fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Like it was such a good fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was just fucking S tier shit for me. Like it was so great.
We so they played another show last weekend and here in New Zealand, and yeah, it was just as good. Really good show. I got a little bit rowdy in that audience. I tried to start some shit in the mosh in Brisbane, but no one was having that.
Nope.
They didn't want to get sick. They were just like, "Oh, look at this guy. He's gonna get his."
Oh no! I
pop
took
all
that
over
mask
us.
off. I was like, nah, mask is off. Fuck it.
I know, that's how they could tell.
Yeah. Look at that booger guy. Yuck.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking great. The show in Brisbane, like there, a couple of songs like us, just like arms over shoulders with each other, like bouncing around. It's like yeah, this is the good stuff.
Yeah.
This is really the good stuff. So.
You ate a lot of my hair. Apologies for that. I was the show in Auckland. I turned around at one point, and there was like a line of people who had backed away from me, and when I made eye contact, they were like. I'm like, oh shit, okay, my bad. Fuck it, whatever. If you don't like it, don't be there. But
Like,
but
damn,
also, like,
that girl dumb thick.
but also like just the amount of like different communities that collided
Yeah, it's
at
wild.
that show as well. Like we had all the lasers people, and then all the various streaming community people. And granted, there's already some overlap there, but there's a lot that doesn't. And it's like, here, let's have all these worlds collide at this show, and let's go. Like, fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Yeah, it was really good. Good vibes for the night as well.
100%.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know if you guys remember Predator, who was a player back in the day.
Yes, unlike you, I did remember him.
Dude, no recollection whatsoever of Predator, and I felt kind of bad about it. But I even saw a photo from, what was it, 2018 of Predator in the 14? Yeah. And like of that team, I was like, I don't remember this person at all. This is wild. And they were like, yeah, I don't remember you either. I'm like, that's terrible because I'm very memorable. How do you not know me? So then I stalked it. No.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm real famous on the internet. How do you not know me? Yeah, but it was a good night. It was a really good week. We kind of bitched a little bit about like the maze and about the awards dinner, but overall, I still think it was positive. Overwhelmingly positive week. So,
100%. Like there are very few Nats I've come away from being like, I could have stayed home for that. Like this was definitely not one of those Nats. This was like I had a great time when I was there. Like, were there things that could like
have been better?
Changed? Sure. Some things could have gone better. Like some things that I would say definitely did go well that we should keep for future tournaments. Like I don't know why we never thought of doing the whole odds and evens splits and having like your team just go to assigned spots. Like have that shit all done in advance. Like it took us a little while to figure out like, okay, well, how do you keep the odds or evens when you switch color, or do you keep that for the whole match? Like we had to iron that out, but once we got it ironed out, like that was way quicker to get people assigned in the right spots for reffing.
Assuming they don't leave the armory.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the flip side, I do think like just the pace of stuff, it felt like the week ran a little fast. It felt a little rushed. Not that the week ran fast, but it felt a little rushed because we didn't have a lot of turnaround time on the games. Like we managed to keep on schedule. We did okay, but it meant having to show up a little bit earlier a couple of days. It meant that there was less time for stuff like, I think getting the refs in position there is good. And I know that ref meetings are not anybody's favorite thing, but I do think there still needs to be space for the refs after the game to meet, just have a quick discussion of, okay, did anybody see anything? If you didn't see anything, you can go, but we need to get everybody here and we need to write down like what actually happened in the game. Because if you don't do those things, I think that it risks telling the players that reffing isn't important, that reffing is just an afterthought. And given that there were, I feel like some people getting a little bit saltier than they needed to about the ref situation, like it did not help that we weren't having any kind of ref discussions. It wasn't just you, Steve. It wasn't just you, Steve. But was that my favorite moment of the week? No, it was not.
Yeah, at one point I how would you describe it? Cussed you out? Called into question your ability to ref?
Steve crashed out, questioned my ability to ref because he was too lazy to go a full and get around the second wall.
Oh, you go fuck yourself.
Shit. Just knocked her from all water.
Shit's kicking off again.
and then on top of that, there was a moment where Steve penalized me for a shield, and like he hit me, and I'm looking back at him kind of going, what?
Yeah.
And I like literally had no clue. Go up to you after, I'm like, huh? He's like, well, this. And I just remember standing there for a second going like, I'm going to respectfully disagree with your assessment, but you called it, so okay. And I just walked away.
Which is how it should be, to be fair, for the most part.
I definitely did not think I had done what you thought I had done, but you made the call, and that's kind of the end of it at that point. It's like, well, okay.
I got penalized on a crossfire 3 times during the week where I was not the one who was meant to be penalized, and at 3 times I had to ask her, I'm like, did I block somebody? What happened? And they're just like, did I shoot you? Like, you shot me.
Was I one of them?
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to shoot. I can't remember who it was, but it was a blocking penalty.
I think it was Twin.
Yeah, I think it was Twin.
Because I went to the outside wall because I was trying very intentionally not to block, and he was coming in the inside wall. And I thought, personally, I felt like we were both okay. Like I tried to get as much against the wall I can. But yeah, you shot me. I think he got taken down by somebody else at the same time. And I was trying to get 50%, and you were like, oh, I wasn't trying to shoot you. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I was getting 50% then.
Yeah, there was, and I think part of that is the IR issues that we were having throughout the week. Mm-hmm. You know, we were having, I don't know if you guys in your resupply
all of them were in the obs deck area. All of the ones were in the obs deck area, either in New Tower or along the obs deck wall when I got put down, and the penalty was meant to go to somebody else.
Yeah. Not ideal. Shit happens, though. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, that's just my thing is also, like, if a ref misses something, like, that sucks, but run away and go reset somewhere else. Just having a go might make you feel better in the moment, but I don't think it ultimately helps.
I think for me in particular, there was a couple things that got missed that were really bad things that got missed, and when something else happens that you think got missed that's less egregious than that, you're already at a heightened state of like, ooh, what the fuck? And when you're the medic, all that shit kind of bumps up more.
Sure.
Yeah. Welcome to my world for years.
Yeah. Exactly why you asked Scorpion to put who you shot on the ref gun. Has that happened? Don't think it has, right?
It has not.
But yeah, there was a couple things. I think I can't remember if I told the story about one that I got really. It is there.
It is there?
Right on. Yeah, it shows how much we pay attention. But yeah, I think you're right. Like the tone of the week it felt a little bit rushed, and I think part of that was like knowing there were times where we weren't gonna have access to the maze. And we had to finish early, and there was a couple of things there, like you said, like the day that we got told we had to finish bang on 5 o'clock, to find out that, that was
for a relatively small group that played 3 games.
3 games.
3 games. Yeah, that's not cool. Like that's something I think all ownership should be aware of. Like, if you're gonna host, understand who you're hosting, and understand that like we are a pretty amenable group of people, but we expect kind of the same thing in return. So like if you're gonna bump us an hour for it wasn't even an hour. It was like longer than that. How long was it?
An hour.
Well, What I felt that we were told, and I could be wrong on this, but what I felt that we were told at the start of the week was the schedule is going to run till 5 every day, but we have until 6 if we need it, just in case there's a little bit of an overage. And then I felt like pretty quickly that got tossed out. The
Right.
whole we have until 6 if we need it. Like we pretty much only had that the first day, I think. And I mean, look, I'm coming at this from a player perspective. I'm not a business person. I'm not the owner of a laser tag facility. And that's one of those things that if you don't want to host a laser tag tournament, fine. I get it. That is a huge investment in time. And that may be an opportunity cost for you where you could potentially be making more on other groups, something like that. But part of the reason that you do that is as a kind of community outreach thing and to build additional awareness about the game. So if you are going to volunteer to host, like I would just encourage like ownership to really embrace that opportunity, as I think many ownerships have. But I would say the last 2 years in particular, a lot of tournament players have felt that we were not really regarded that highly. That it felt at various times that they kind of wished we weren't there, and that's just it's not a good feeling to have. So, if owners need to charge more, I totally get that.
Yep.
Like if entry fees are gonna go up, so you make sure that you get a fair recoup on the week. That's fine. We can have that discussion, but it's like, don't pretend that you're like doing somebody a favor by charging them a little less, but then saying, well, but we're going to give you lesser service as a result. Like, tell us what it costs. We'll pay it. We'll figure it out. But it's like, we want to have a fair opportunity to group and play, because people have traveled thousands of miles. They've paid thousands of dollars in airfare. And I know the business owners don't see that, but it still shows the kind of level of commitment that people have for the love of the sport, the game, your system, and they want to come to your place. They want to play. They do want to give you money. So give them a chance to give you money.
Yeah, and kind of like, again, so I don't run a laser tag system, but like I'm in business and I play, so I can kind of see both sides of the coin. Like if you kind of make the effort as a operator to make the player base feel special, feel welcomed, feel like they want to be there, they're gonna probably spend more money with you. It is what it is. He's dying.
Yep.
He gets on camera and the Kiwi age just comes right through the internet.
But yeah,
the hydrate bot, it kills me.
I think ownership, like Brisbane ownership, were pretty amenable with some stuff. I just think there was a couple things that like they either weren't communicated. There was a breakdown somewhere where things weren't communicated properly either way. And it kind of soured things a little bit, but for the most part, we were appreciative that they had us for the week, and let us play laser tag in their place. So, by all means, not like bitching for bitching's sake, but just felt there was a couple things that could have been done different. And it's probably handy for site owners or tournament directors going forward. Now with the next nationals potentially probably being in Syracuse, I think it's more or less understood that's where it's going to be. We had the benefit of that site being player run.
Yeah, Syracuse is a unique situation. We know we can't expect that level of service and amenity every place we go, but
Sanch is pretty amazing. So if you haven't already committed yourself to, let's say a Japanese holiday next year, it's well worth your time to consider going to Syracuse next year. There's already discussions seeing of players from Australasia talking about going across. So nice. Hopefully there will be 1 to 2 teams coming from down under. So yeah, if you haven't already given it some thought, start giving it some thought. Right.
Because it will behoove people to book early next year, assuming that we do the thing in Syracuse around the dates that they're thinking, just because there's going to be stuff like there's a major trade show that's like a car show or something that's going to be in Syracuse. There's World Cup stuff that's going to be happening in like Canada, New York City. So just like flights in that area might get a little expensive, might get a little crazy. Accommodations, just like just realize that you might need to plan that a little bit more in advance. So think about that stuff come January, February, when there's still a lot more options.
All right, boys. We'll probably leave it there today. There's some good reflections.
I have one last point to make, and it's very important. It's very important for power rankings going forward. So in the official power rankings, we're going to say pies and curry in Brisbane, they've been downgraded. However, Korean fried chicken has definitely been upped in the rankings. So Korean fried chicken now sits on top of the leaderboard for Brisbane food you actually absolutely have to get.
Yeah, well, that spot just around the corner from the site was outstanding.
Delicious.
Yeah.
My favorite thing of the week was saying, "Hey, where are you guys going?" And I just told everybody, "I'm going to Korean chicken and beer." And Morn was like, "Okay, well, whatever the place is called, I'll like when I get there." And then we get around the corner, it's like, "Oh, it's literally called Korean chicken and beer. I thought you were just talking about what you were gonna have for lunch." Well, you want to make it easy to search for on Google. What do you want? I want Korean chicken and beer. Hey, look, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. We have it right here for you. Yeah, their food was outstanding. Had it more than once, and as a plant-based person, it's an impressive feat. All right, well, we should be back next week. I think we've got shows. I don't personally have any plans for the next little while. Not for like a month. So we'll be milking this cow until the udder runs dry.
Just like we do every year with Nats. Like,
exactly right.
Like really, all y'all have been with us long enough that you know how this goes. Nats happens. We milk it for months and months.
Then we struggle for topics.
And then
there's still some good like takes that I want to get your guys' takes on after this Nat. So we'll save that for next week.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week. Well, for this week though, I've been Guy Next Door.
I've been DK.
I've been Than.
Always remember to backtrack, kids. We will see you next week with more Nats 2025 coverage. Ka kite anō. See you then.
Matching shirts.
I've been throwing daggers in the night. I've been chasing all the stars, stealing all their lights. The cut so sharp, cut so deep. If they seem to